Hello, Amy. Could you introduce yourself and tell us about your role at NelsonHall, please?
Hi, I'm Amy Gurchensky. I am an HR outsourcing research analyst, and I focus on the multi-process HR outsourcing area and benefits administration market.
Okay, you've been researching the benefits administration market. Is it a growth opportunity?
Yes, it is in fact. The benefits administration market as a whole is set to grow at 7% CAGR through 2016. Now within benefits administration, there are certain sub-areas that will grow quicker, one being the health and welfare services market. Within health and welfare, you have health and welfare administration. The push for this is really to reduce costs while automating the eligibility and enrollment into health plans. One of the other areas within health and welfare services market that will grow are reimbursement accounts. As the market is shifting more towards consumer-directed health plans, you're seeing an increase in different types of health savings accounts, such as HRAs and HSAs, and also flexible spending accounts. The final area within health and welfare services market that is set to grow rather quickly is the leave of absence market, and this is really just because organizations have a need to reduce absences and also keep up with compliance.
So what factors are driving this growth?
Well, the factors that are driving growth for benefits administration can be separated into two categories. You have the first generation outsourcers, and then you have the second generation outsourcers. Within the first generation, the primary reason that they are moving to benefits administration is to reduce their costs. The number two most important reason why they're engaged with outsourcing their benefits has to do with complying with legislation. The third reason I would say is transferring or minimizing risk, and the fourth would be to update their technology. Now, when we're looking at the second generation buyers, their primary concern has to do with competitive pricing. Second for them would be vendor consolidation, and third would be accessing a wider suite of services from other providers that are expanding their offerings into additional areas.
Okay, so what would a buy-side organisation expect to gain if they were to adopt benefits administration?
Well, the benefits really vary whether we're talking about the pensions and retirement market versus the health and welfare market. So if we look at the pensions and retirement market first, some of the benefits that they can expect to gain would be to improve employee participation, also to increase access and utilization of self-service tools, and finally to update their technology and incorporate features like automatic enrollment and automatic contribution escalation. An example of improving employee participation can be seen with Fidelity and their client Children's Hospital Boston. They increased employee participation for Children's Hospital Boston by 160% year over year by implementing things such as multi-touch communications and automatic enrollment, as well as re-enrolling employees that weren't in the plan.
Okay, and what about the health and welfare market?
The benefits for the health and welfare market, first and foremost, would be to free HR departments up from transactional activities. The second benefit that they would obtain would be access to decision support and plan comparison tools so that employees can make better choices and more informed choices. The third benefit would be access to a wider suite of services such as absence management and also ongoing dependent verifications. An example we've seen with ADP for one of their clients, they did dependent verification audits after their client was involved in an acquisition, and they managed to remove 10.6% of ineligible employees.
Okay, so how are the suppliers enhancing their capability to deliver benefits administration services?
Well, suppliers are enhancing their portals to drive more informed benefits decision making. So, for example, they're increasing personalization. They're including things like people like me comparisons. They're also adding educational content, and they're also expanding access channels. Another development within benefits administration has been with smartphone applications. Currently, 40% of benefits administration vendors offer some type of smartphone app that's oriented towards the benefits administration market. That number is set to increase to 58% within the next 2 years. The smartphone apps that are available can really be broken down into two categories, those that are oriented towards the employer and those that are oriented towards the employee. An example of an employer-oriented app would be Tower Watson's TW Global 50 app, and an example of an employee app would be T. Rowe Price's personal app.